Why is it so hard to get records from the doctor's office? The long and short of it, I tell people, is that people sometimes forget that doctors are business people too. And I'm not trying to be nasty, but let's kind of pause for a second. You want to go in and you want to get a copy of your records. Most providers will provide that to you, but at the end of the day, if you've got a big file, that's a lot of paper. They have to, they're sitting here basically burning up ink on their printer in order to provide you documents to assist you. So they have a compelling interest to make sure they get reimbursed for those. And I know it's easy to get angry and say, that's just jacked up, that's messed up, what? But the reality is, think about it. Just think about it from a pure business standpoint. You've gone to treat for them for a long period of time. You now want a copy of your records. And all of a sudden, you want them to basically go in there. Let's say you have, and I've had clients with big files, 50, 60, 100, 200, 300 pages of medical records. And you say, I want that whole file. So you're basically telling them you want one of their staff members to go grab your file and basically make a copy of that file. Take the time away from them doing whatever they have to do to make a to grab your file, make a copy of that file, and provide it to you. Now, you're not going to pay them for the time their staff member does that, and you don't want to pay for the cost of them printing each page. And that's not trying to be funny. That's a business thing. So you're trying to, because you would say, well, I'm not asking much. You're right. You're not asking much. But if they've got 100 clients, 1,000 clients, and they're all asking the same thing, at what point do you say to yourself, everybody's asking too much? Because every individual is saying, I'm not asking too much. So don't be shocked when your doctor gives you a decision, tells you, go talk to the medical records, and the medical records say, if you ask for a copy, we're going to charge you. They have a response. They're running a business as well. It's a cost that goes with doing what they do. And since if you're not going to pay them to reimburse you, if you're not going to give them money to pay for the copying of those records, they have no other way to get that money from any other source. And I say this because I've had this happen a few times where you'll have people say, I got an attorney and they're representing me on my Social Security case. They need a copy of my records. Well, tell your attorney to contact me. And I'm always amazed because I'm like, I know why they're doing that. They're doing that because they know they can charge us and they know we'll pay for the records in most instances if we don't forward the invoice on to claim. And so, my office tends to pay for records up front because like a lot of reps, we recognize that those records are crucial towards helping you with your case. But in the same instance, they could easily provide those records to you for free. But the reality is they're in a business to make money as well. They're a business. So they've got to be reimbursed for that cost because nobody's going to reimburse them for the cost of that cartridge or for the ink or any of the lamps that blow out in their printer. A lot of medical records, it takes time. So I tell people this: if you run across a provider that's difficult and so forth, just keep it in its proper perspective and just ask them what they require in order to get copies of